Hello my fellow chimpampunks, in this video I will talk about something absolutely crazy, because the new upcoming Dead by Daylight's mid-chapter patch is looking absolutely dope. Before I talk about everything you need to know, please don't be a bitch and subscribe.
Thank you. I like McDonald's.
This new update includes 13 perks being changed, and I haven't seen this many changes to perks in one update. Honestly, these perk changes, they aren't major and they are just buffs to perks that nobody uses. There are no changes to meta perks, but let me give you an example. No midder. If you play with this perk but now this perk got a little buff and the grunts of pain is reduced even more, and additionally they added an increase in recovery speed while in dying state. This perk is still useless. I mentioned no midder because it's one of the more interesting perks on this list, but I won't talk about other perks. They all got buffed, but for the most part it's not really that interesting. Let's move to the more interesting changes. More specifically, I would like to talk about the changes to hatch and the changes to keys. Yes, finally, behaviour decided to nerf keys.
Thank you!
The hatch will not spawn anymore if there is more than one survivor alive. It's a big fuck you to try hard survive with friends teams. But you know, I like this change. I'd fuck with that, you know what I mean? It's I don't know what I'm talking anymore. So as far as I understand, now practically the key will be a useless item, because you will only be able to open the hatch if you are the only survivor alive, and then the killer finds the hatch before you do, and then he closes the hatch, and then you can open the hatch with your key. But you know, there's one more change. It's that you will not be able to open the hatch in like 1 second like you used to do. Now you will have to go through this longer animation, and it will take you a few extra seconds to open that hatch. When these changes are implemented into the live game, I don't see myself using keys anymore. Also, this new patch will introduce Boon Totems and Boon perks. Basically, these are Hex perks but for survivor team, and they will give survivors a clear advantage. But what survivors will have to do to activate these Boon perks is that they will have to find a dull totem and then bless that totem, and then the Boon perk will give the whole team an advantage, for example increased movement speed or something like that. But killer is able to find the Boon totem and then deactivate the perk for the whole match. So yeah, that's why it's so similar to Hex perks. And then there are some other changes. For example, now we will be able to see the numbers instead of words like tremendously, moderately, considerably. You know, it's a good change. And one of the bigger changes that I haven't talked in this video yet about is killer changes. Like the Deathslinger is getting buffed, and then the plague is getting a big buff. Also, the trapper will now be able to carry 2 traps instead of 1, and it's a very good change. And the spirit is being nerfed. But I won't talk about that much, because this channel is not for Dead by Daylight news. It's more to entertain you. So if I did entertain you, if you smiled and if you left informed, then please like this video and subscribe. We are getting close to 500 subscribers and I appreciate it very much. See you later.